We always talk about how K-pop idols are rich, famous, and living their dream lives, right? But what if I told you, that's just the surface? Behind the music videos, the stages, and the glam, there's something much darker going on. Because the truth is, K-pop idols are never really free. Not during training. Not after debut. Not even after they make it to the top. And today, we're gonna talk about it. 1. It starts from day one. The trainee system, you're like 12, 13 years old. You sign a contract that basically says, we own you for the next 7 to 10 years. You train for years without knowing if you'll even debut. No dating. No social life. Strict diets. You're judged daily on your looks, your weight, your singing, your dancing, your everything. And even if you survive all that, guess what? That contract, it still controls your life. Most K-pop idols enter the industry already shackled. One example that's already talked about is Jiho from Twice. This woman been in the industry her whole life, and to this day she is still an idol. Her story really shows these companies will go to any length to debut anyone. She was a child, a minor, and they still took her. But all that aside, my question, did she not have parents? And who was her legal guardian that just let her do that at such a young age? The contracts are not in their favor. These contracts, let's be real, are designed to benefit the company, no shit. Idols don't control their music, their image, or even their personalities half the time. You're expected to be perfect 24/7. You can't just post whatever you want online. You can't date whoever you want. You can't even gain weight without people noticing and turning it into a scandal. So many idols develop eating disorders because of this, but nobody is batting an eye to change anything. And if you step out of line, boom, your career can end overnight. Especially if you are a female idol. Male idols will do the most insane crime known to man and still have their careers. Let's use Say Angry for example. He's out of jail and is still going around in clubs and still has his perfect life, while the victims have trauma for the rest of their lives. But I can assure you, if this was a woman, we would have never heard of her ever again. Image over everything. Idols are not allowed to be people. They have to be products. Smiling even when they're sick. Saying what the company tells them to say. Dressing the way management tells them to dress. Everything is about the brand, not the human being. And the worst part? If an idol ever shows even a glimpse of their real personality, and it doesn't fit the image the company created for them, the backlash is insane. Fans turn on them. The media turns on them. Sometimes, even their own company throws them under the bus. It's to the point where some idols forget who they are and start adopting this image that was crafted for them. Talked about this a while ago, and I remember being shocked because that never crossed my mind, but it's insane. Dating? Forget about it. Dating is treated like a crime in K-pop. If you get caught dating, even privately, it's seen as betraying your fans. Like, how crazy is that? Idols are expected to stay single just to maintain the fantasy for their fans. And when idols do try to date, companies will either deny it and gaslight everyone, make them break up, or quietly punish them behind the scenes. Relationships? Freedom? Nah. Only if it doesn't hurt profits. This still blows my mind to this day. Physical control. Diets, appearance, exhaustion. Companies control everything about how idols look. They tell them what to eat, when to work out, what surgeries to get, and how they should dress. And don't even get me started on the insane diet culture. Some idols survive on water, a sweet potato, and an apple a day during comeback season. Plus, add on grueling rehearsals, sleepless nights, 12-hour filming schedules. It's not healthy. It's not sustainable. And yet, idols are expected to just smile through it. One wrong move, it's over for them. You forgot to smile? Oh my God, she's such a bitch. Like, they smile at all times in their life. We are human and not talking robots, but we have feelings at the end of the day, and it's time K-pop fans understand that. Mental health? What's that? Mental health is still heavily stigmatized in the K-pop industry. Idols struggling with depression, anxiety, burnout, they're often told to just tough it out. Sometimes they aren't even allowed to take breaks because the company is scared of bad press. And the tragic reality is that we've lost so many beautiful souls in K-pop because of this pressure. Jonghyun, Sully, Hara, Moonbin. Their deaths weren't just sad, they were warnings. Warnings that the system isn't just flawed, it's deadly. But fans and companies still don't yield to them. They don't change. They are still continuing the system like nothing happened. Even freedom isn't free. You might think, oh, but once an idol leaves their company, they're free, right? Nope. By then, they're so used to being controlled that they don't even know how to live normally anymore. Because, as previously mentioned, they are trained from the womb, so they never had time to learn any life skills or take care of themselves. And even if they want to speak out about their experiences, most of them can't, because of NDA agreements, fear of being blacklisted, or loyalty to fans who still see them as perfect. Freedom? Most idols never even get a taste of it. Fans play a role too, and look, as much as I hate to say it, some fans are part of the problem. Fans who expect idols to be perfect. Fans who stalk them, harass them, and send hate the moment they act human. Companies made the system, but fans keep it alive by demanding unrealistic expectations. Every time you bash an idol for gaining weight, every time you cancel them for dating, every time you freak out because they don't post every day, you're part of the reason they're not free. Let that sink in. 9. So, what's the solution? Honestly? There's no easy fix. The K-pop industry would need a massive cultural shift. Companies would have to prioritize human beings over profits. Fans would need to grow up and realize idols are people, not toys. And idols themselves would need to be protected, respected, and given real autonomy over their lives and careers. Will that happen anytime soon? I'm not holding my breath. But the more we talk about it, the more we push for change, the more hope we have. So always support your idols as humans and not some perfect god sent from heaven. At the end of the day, idols deserve to live, not just perform. They deserve freedom, not just fame. So next time you watch a comeback, stan a group, or stream a song, just remember, support your faves. But love them enough to let them be human, too. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think K-pop will ever truly change? Or is this just the way it's always gonna be? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye peasants.